Hello guys, welcome to today's video. So today is an exciting day. You can see I have here cucumbers, sliced cucumbers, as thinly as it can be. I'm going to be making pickled cucumber. Yes, sweet pickled cucumber, which we put in bread, or you can use, people like, pickled cucumbers. So let's start doing the pickled cucumber. So to start, I'm going to be adding pickling salt, or if you don't have pickling salt, you can use coarse salt, right? This is how it looks like. Don't judge me for my disposable, guys. I just love disposable. I'm going to be using, I don't know if 1 tablespoon is enough. Let me add a little more. And I'm going to mix this, right? We are going to do this for about 15 minutes. And this is going to bring out the moisture in the cucumbers. So let's pickle this with salt for 15 minutes. Then we rinse it off. Whilst we are pickling the cucumbers with just coarse salt, let's make the brine. So for the brine, I have here saucepan as usual. So the ratio is 1:2:3. What do I mean by that? So if you are using 1 cup of vinegar, you have to use 2 cups of sugar, 3 cups of water. So I'm using white vinegar. You can use any kind of, you can use apple cider. That's your personal choice, right? I'm using a 1/2 cup vinegar because my cucumbers are not that much and I don't want to waste any of this mixture. I have here my sugar, white sugar. So because I used half, I'm going to use 1 cup of sugar, right? So that is twice the amount of vinegar. We are going to use 3 times the amount of water. So let's put this on high heat and allow it to boil. Okay, so the cucumbers have been in salt for 15 minutes. So I just added water because I'm going to rinse them off and arrange them in the container. So let me wash them off and arrange them. So after arranging it, I got 2 containers. 1 large one, this is how it looks, and then 1 small one. This one used to be a mayonnaise container, which I'm using. So we are recycling, right? We are not throwing anything away. Before I add in the liquid, I have here a mixture of black pepper and cardamom. Just a touch. That's it. That's fine. And I want one to be spicy, right? On a little spicier side. So I have here 1 chili pepper, which I'm just going to put in like this so that it can release its flavor to the mixture. So let's add in our hot water. I'm praying my glass don't burst. So this is the hot mixture. Gently to the brim. Okay. Wow. So this is it, and I'm going to cover this and I'm going to keep in the fridge for 24 hours before I can start eating it, or you can let it go for longer days. So this is my simple pickled cucumber. So today I'm going to be making cucumber relish. You can use this particular recipe to make any other kind of relish, onion relish, any other kind of relish, but today we are making cucumber relish. So to start, I have here my chopped up cucumber. You can also do this in a food processor to get very fine grains, but I like it like this. Let me bring it closer to the camera so you see how it looks. You see how fine it has been diced? This is what you're looking for, or you can get smaller pieces than this if you want to. Okay, gently, because it's glass. And I have here finely diced onions as well. That's how it looks. Sorry. So I'm supposed to be adding red bell peppers, but I didn't find any, so I'm using green bell peppers. This is optional, right? You can add chili pepper. I just diced up one chili pepper. I just want the kick. So I'm going to add my onions, my bell pepper, and my, chili gently, because you don't want to make a mess. Okay. We are going to add we are going to be using pickling salt or coarse salt, any of them, but I have coarse salt here. I'm going to be using 3 tablespoons coarse salt. You may think this is too much, but it is not. I may even use 4, so 2. Let's add 1 more. 4. And we are going to mix all this together. So let's mix this and I'll get back to you. After mixing, this is how it looks. Let me show you guys. You see? Okay, so we're going to allow this to pickle. I like to do mine for some hours. So I usually do mine for 6 to 8 hours. You can do yours overnight, which is 24 hours if you want to, but I can't wait that long, so 6 or 8 hours is good enough. So you're going to cover this and put this in the refrigerator or in the fridge and chill for 6 to 8 hours or overnight, and then we'll rinse off or strain off the water and would continue the rest. So see you in 8 hours. So it's 6 hours now. I couldn't wait for 8 hours. You can also do this for 2 hours if you want to, your choice. So I'm going to take off the rubber foil. This is it. And before I forget, I added a little bit of water to help this, the salt dissolve properly. So let's get to straining, right? So I'm just going to I already have my sieve in here. I'm turning on my pipe. Sorry. We are not wasting any. Let me put this here. Let's try and get a better. We are trying to get all the salt off. You gotta rinse properly. I think this is okay, so let's turn off the pipe and let's put the bowl in to drain off any excess water. We are going to come back to this, right? So let's make our sauce for the relish. Back to our camera station. So we have our saucepan here. I'm going to be using equal amounts of vinegar and sugar. So I'm using white vinegar. This is it. I don't want to waste any because this is not a lot of, cucumber. So I don't want to use too much. And I have here a mixture of brown and white sugar. Equal amount, as I said. So let's boil this, and you're going to add in our relish. So we have our mixture boiling. I'm going to be adding a touch of black pepper. Yes. And then I'm going to be adding in the cucumber, bell pepper, and onions to boil for 15 minutes. So the cucumber, bell pepper, onions, and chili flakes are in the vinegar and sugar mixture. So let's allow this to boil for 15 minutes, and then we'll get to the final outcome. So finally, after boiling, this is how it tastes, guys. This is how it looks. Sorry, let me bring it to the camera. So I'm going to allow this to cool off before I'm going to dish in my containers. Okay, let me say something. Previously I just placed the salt and a little bit of water, but I think it became too salty, so I would recommend you reduce the quantity of salt. Maybe just a tablespoon of salt would do, just to avoid the saltiness, right? Today I'm going to be making cucumber kimchi, or we can say cucumber, or I pronounce it as cucumber, but you can correct me. So to start, I have here sliced up cucumbers which has been washed. Mine has seeds in it. You can use the seedless ones if you want to. So everybody knows for kimchi you need extra ingredients. So let's add the extra ingredients. I already have pre-chopped these ingredients, which are onions, green onions, ginger, garlic, and then carrots. So we start first with the garlic, ginger, onions, green onions, and then carrots. To this I'm going to be adding 1 tablespoon chili flakes. Let's add 1.5. So I'm also going to be adding salt, just this amount of salt. Now we are going to add sugar. I'm using brown sugar, Emmanuel unrefined brown sugar. You can use white sugar if you have, but I don't have any on hand. I like my kimchi to be balanced, which is sweet and sour. So a tablespoon of sugar should do. And then I'm also going to be adding in soy sauce, dark soy sauce. Just a touch. And we are going to mix this together. So as usual, I'm going to be wearing my gloves. I feel like because these things usually have chili in them, I like to stay away from using my bare hands, right? Because sometimes after using your bare hands with chili, you can feel the spice. So let's mix. You want to gently mix, but you still make sure that all the ingredients get the spice. But before anything, you have to season your cucumbers with salt so that it releases the water. But I didn't do that because this is fresh cucumber. I'm eating it right away. But if you are not eating it right away, you first pre-season it with salt, then you drain off the water, because if you are storing it, it can be quite watery, can release a lot of water. But because I'm eating mine right away, I chose not to. So we are going to serve this. So this is it. Let's serve. Both for serving. I'm not the best with serving, so we are going to try. I'm sure you guys don't want to see all this, so let me finish serving and get back. So finally, I'm done serving. This is it, guys. Let me try and take one and bring it closer. Look at this. Wow. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at essien9332, and you can also email me at essien60@gmail.com and on TikTok at esther essien0. Have a nice day. Bye bye.